Hi, welcome to the Bigger Tree Show. I am Scott McMahon, and we are doing another live stream from Los Angeles with, actually, I'm in Michigan, but Luis Ruiz at Correspondent X on X. That's at Correspondent with 3 R's X. And you can find him there. He's got a lot more content that he's putting out there. He's on the ground in Los Angeles. This will be our 4th live stream together in the last 2 days. And I think he's got a pretty awesome perspective because he's there on the ground. And not only is he there on the ground, but he's spent a lot of time in Los Angeles. Even just last year, he spent several months homeless in Los Angeles. And so he's covered he's covered situations like this in the past. I'm going to share, we're waiting for Luis to get into position. Excuse me, I got some allergies. We're waiting for Luis to get into position. And as we are waiting, I've got a few videos that I want to share from the last couple days. So this one, I think this is today, and let's start with this one here. This he took last night. And this was one of the protesters that he spoke to last night.
Hey, what happened? What happened?
She got mad because I called her out. I said that the reason why they're doing this is because we're not using logic and reason. People are throwing fireworks. People are making a mess. Look at all this graffiti. You think they're gonna listen to us about change?
No.
If we're insinuating violence doesn't do anything. This is not the way to handle it. You want to handle it? Use logic, use reason, use your words, use actual peaceful protest. Let me ask you a question. Put your camera right there. Is that peaceful protest? Nope. That's vandalism. That's against property. They're destroying cars. They're throwing fireworks at the cops. Of course, the cops are going to retaliate. It's ridiculous. And this girl is mad because I'm telling her we're not using logic and reason. You're using emotion, and she's getting mad. She's a woman. Most women, all they do is use their emotions. They're not using logic and reasoning. So I don't agree with what these cops or even bringing military in, but we're given justification for them to do that. You got to find alternatives to make change, and this is not the way to do it. I say this: we need to reform our Constitution. We need to look at the Constitution, reform it. But you think by doing these type of things, this is not a peaceful protest? How is graffiti peaceful protest? How is throwing fireworks peaceful protest? It's ridiculous, but people are not using their heads, and then they get mad because you call them out for it. It's ridiculous.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
I had not. That's the first time I've seen that, and that is a pretty stunning little clip. I remember seeing clips like that during the George Floyd protests of locals saying, "What in the world is going on here? We're destroying our own community," and that's basically what he was saying. Thank you all for coming on. Thank you for reposting this. I think this is going to be a good one. It looks like I can see Luis now. He's still getting into position. I'm going to play one more video here. Actually, 2 more. This is one. Let me find it here. I was operator error. I got it. Okay. This is a video that he took. This is from a live stream that Luis did last night. And this shows some of the Yeah, really, this was the escalation that happened that he witnessed last night, and I haven't seen coverage of this anywhere else either.
Yo, I don't know what is going down, but they got all these trash cans that they keep bringing up. I'm really. I mean, I don't know what's up with them, but scary times, folks.
So I think this is kind of like where there's some agitators that know exactly what they're doing. I mean, they are very coordinated here, and getting these dumpsters lined up. They got these looks like 3 or 4 dumpsters lined up here. And the police line, they're in a line up there. You know, of course, they got a kafia. This is about ice.
Yo, my phone keeps bugging out. I don't know why it won't just stay on one or the other landscape, but somebody just threw some fire up on here. This is getting dangerous, folks.
Yo, barricades on every block.
This is about midnight last
I'm gonna
night.
start another one. I'm so sorry about this. It keeps happening, folks.
Okay, and then what they did, and it's not in this video, they actually took these dumpsters. They got behind these dumpsters, and they had 2 or 3 guys, and they pushed them because they're on wheels. They pushed them as fast as they could directly into the police line and collided with the police line. So, and this was that was a pretty serious escalation. I'm going to check now with Luis. Are you there?
Yeah, are you there?
I am.
Okay. So I don't know what exactly is happening right now, but the cops are surging. We got yeah. The cops are surging. Okay, cops are surging. I don't know what they're surging for. Broke past the skirmish line that's behind me before they could form it. So I'm basically like behind the lines, if you will. Okay, so this is what I can see from hey, no problem. This is what I could see from just kind of coming into it, that there's this big bridge that seems to be strategic. Now they're running from it, but I don't understand exactly what this bridge means or why, but they coalesce around it, and that is a point of attack right now. The other thing that we got going on, I mean, as you could see, like this guy is like literally just walking into the mix. I'm just walking into the mix. Here we got a journalist. I don't know who he's texting. Who are you texting? Are you texting George Soros? You better not be texting George Soros. All right. Okay. Okay, so look, we're doing the live right here. These guys, this dude's in position. We got another one right here with the yellow vest, their helmets. This lady over here, she's got a red microphone. And we are here. Hi. Okay, so somehow I find myself behind the line of Chris or whatever, and I think they're gonna go forward this way. It seems like, I mean, because that's where they're all faced. So it's kind of crazy, if I may. Check it out. Like, we're behind the line, but you got these people right here, and they're all ready for it. Okay, so like, look, these people are. Follow along. And we are moving. Yeah, that's a bad joke, but it's actually what's happening. And we are moving. Slush time. Hello. Oh, damn. Okay. So look. Oh, shit. Things are being fired. I don't know exactly. Here, I got my helmeted journalist buddy over here. But so yeah, this is we're all up in the line so far.
What
No,
corner are
nothing
you
has
on?
happened except for like, oh shit. Whoa. This is Temple and Los Angeles.
All right.
Temple and Los Angeles is where we're at right now.
So we're about 50
And
minutes from curfew, correct?
yeah. No, I think we're at curfew right now, actually. And hold on. So curfew is 12 minutes ago. So
Oh.
so check that out. And then the other thing, look, these cars right here are now trapped. Okay, sorry. Yep. They told me don't go any further, but these cars are trapped right now. This is they're kettled in as they probably should be. I don't know, but so that's one thing that's going on right now. You got a huge Palestine flag that's waving over there. I don't know if y'all could see it, but way off in the corner, they seem to have abandoned the that bridge up there that it's been strategic. So look, check it out. Check these folks out right now. It's really quick, like watch them get out of here. And this is why I think that like the scooters and the motorcycles are a big thing for people to watch for, right? Because these cars, there's no way out for them. This dude, he's about to zip out. Watch. Go, bro, go. Dale! I'm not cheering him on. I'm just trying to move the show along. Okay, watch this. Yeah. Out where they can. You're going why are you going this way? Come on, bro. Bro, do I got look, you go that way. Get out. I really don't believe that he's I'm trying to help them. Okay, good. Okay, so look. Yeah, keep going.
Oh, right.
Go that way. Straight. Get out. Okay. So check it out. So you saw that now over here, I don't know, shooting. There's a lot of people running over there on that bridge. I don't know what the nature of anything is right now. I'm just trying to help people get out if they can. Okay, so I guess these cops are letting these people out. Good. Or not, I mean, I don't know.
Hey, Luis, one of our viewers says that he could see you on TV. So what you're one of the one of these TV cameras got you.
How fun. Okay. So look, now what happens is that you'll see like they're doing a line, so they're gonna go out that way. They're gonna push out the line that way. You see them? Say there's a line this way, they will be going out that way. There's a line over up front, they're gonna push it out that way. Over here, you see them now, they're going this way. I'm gonna see no. I was gonna get close to them, but I'm not gonna get that close. No need to get pepper ball. But okay, so you see now these folks are going all this way for whatever reason, but that's usually how, for lack of a better way to describe it, the cat and game mouse usually goes. There's like formations, and then formations get broken apart and they run. Right now, I'm a lawbreaker. I'm out past curfew, but I hope that they can just kind of recognize that I'm doing my journalistic duties here and not being antagonistic to them. I'm like behind the thank you, sir. God bless you. Go Dodgers. World champions, baby. Don't ever forget that. Like right now. Hi. God bless you. Thank you so much for what y'all are doing. Excuse me. Sorry. Just gonna get out of your way, folks. Hi. Hi. Just getting out of your way. Fuck, let me get out of the way. Okay. So as you can see, we are running away.
So you were just right, kind of, that they were using that intersection as kind of the like the ground zero, and they were pushing out in every direction from that intersection. Is that
Well,
right?
yeah, exactly. What you just saw was me inadvertently getting behind the lines and providing you with footage that nobody else is gonna get. But yes, it was serendipitous. It was God putting that all together. Be very careful how I approach this. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Hi. Leaving. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Leaving. All right. So I am now out from behind the lines, and as you can see now, they're pushing outwards, right? You got so now that I'm out from there, now I'm gonna go to what they're pushing out against. Got all these people just trying to live their daily lives. Look at the beautiful sunset. California's so gorgeous. And now here is like, hey, yo, everyone else. The cloud, look at the cloud, look at the cloud, look at the cloud.
Yeah, there.
Yo, yo. Okay. So the reason that I started saying like look at the cloud, if you look at some of those Apple looting yesterday, they had the same cloud sweatshirt. I saw them all day yesterday. So yeah, this is where we're at. So thank you for bearing with me outside of now that protected line. So behind, you saw what it was like behind. Now this is what is in front of their line, and it doesn't seem like they're pushing back here yet. What's up, Scott? Some commentary, questions.
All right. So we've got. I'm glad you're safe. I didn't want to interrupt it at all. It's kind of tense. So, you said that there were people that were wearing cloud hoodies. Is that right?
Yes.
And that were doing the looting, and I appreciate that that level of observation there.
Thank you.
That doesn't necessarily mean that these are the same people, of course.
Nope.
But I wonder if that is
You got that on the TikTok top?
kind of uniform.
We're on X, live on X. What's up, baby? Tell America what's going on.
What's going on, America? We're out here just escaped the trap that they just didn't close on us for the 8 o'clock curfew, it seems.
Okay.
What's this?
What do you think about the curfew? Here, I'll hold it. What's your feeling on the curfew? You gonna abide by it or?
I don't know, bro. I'm just out here trying to capture the footage. I'm not here to protest.
Hey, man, same here. Same here. God bless you, bro. Be safe.
Just document.
Yeah, so that's what makes a lot of this interesting is that you have certainly true believers that are there for it. You just got a lot of camera people. Look, this guy, he's got I think that's an Osmo, some sort, or a GoPro. Got these dudes are over here huffing nitrous and shit. What the fuck? No, this is like
That's Los Angeles, right?
that is Los Angeles, bro. I'm trying to sound like Jake Lang's girlfriend the other day when she got all excited. She was like doing all this with her voice, but no. Yo, I don't know what is going on, but like, look, okay, so they do this, right? So, trying to understand how this all works, but you got like now all these cops are like moving kind of like in a line. They all got their sirens on.
Now,
And
Luis, real quick, I got a question. So,
sure,
have you still not seen any military presence there?
no military. Have not seen a military on the street yet, other than parked right outside of the federal building over there. Something's going on over here. We're gonna walk over here, but it seems to me that this is a new line of skirmish. Watch. Okay, so this guy's coming over here, and this is usually how it works. They're like kind of splinter off and then set up, and it'll be like a showdown. It's like a line of scrimmage. That's why I can describe it. Let's see what's going on over here because they all ran or they all hurried over here.
Rebel Valkyrie says that they're going to circle and arrest again. I think she's probably right.
Okay. Yeah, let's see. Let's see what's happening. But so okay, so you see that was the main, and now we're coming from this is like a side splinter or
It looks like they're doing the same thing where they took the intersection and then they're going to push out from that intersection. It looks like they're trying to clear all of downtown.
Good.
I mean that's just from watching you. That's what I'm seeing.
Okay. Thank you. I'm just here.
I could be completely wrong. That's just that's me watching you from here across the country.
No, yeah, I mean, this definitely feels like just an outward push in a targeted direction. Let's see. They're getting out.
How far are you now from where you were last night?
So this is basically where I was at last night. This literally is there was two choke points. This was one of the choke points right here.
Is this where they had the dumpsters on this?
No.
Okay.
They had the dumpsters here. We're not far from where they had the dumpsters, actually. Just so people could get kind of like an approximate, because we're actually really not that far.
Jason Nickelberg says, is that Fed Center that they're masked at? Is that a VA facility? Do you know?
This right now, that's a mall right over there. This is the DoubleTree Hotel.
Okay.
DoubleTree, Tokyo Mall. So no, I don't believe so. So really quickly, we're getting back to where they were doing the dumpster thing yesterday. And as you can see, a lot of cars. I didn't expect that they were going to respect the curfew, and this just kind of seems like okay. So this is a choke. Maybe not. That's where the dumpsters were last night.
Right.
This right here is literally where the dumpsters were.
This is a huge presence.
Yes, it is. Absolutely, it is.
And this is like multiples of last night, many multiples.
I agree.
And this is a big deal because I think that there's a strong desire on the part of law and order to squelch this out now to prevent momentum but going into Flag Day. And there's a strong desire on the part of the protesters to build momentum going into Flag Day. And if they can cut this off here in Los Angeles, it'll drain a lot of the energy for what they're trying to build for the rest of the week.
Agreed. Okay, so look, like last night, with regards to last night and the dumpsters, this is probably right about here. This pole right here. Wait, no, excuse me. Sorry. Not that one. I think this one is probably as close as they got it to. And so you can just kind of see the outlay of how the street works, right?
And so the
These
police
are,
were down in front of you where you're pointing the camera now. Is
yeah.
that where the police were last night?
So the police, this was probably their line, right? That pole right there coming, that was probably their line. I think the dumpsters probably got about here. You can see
Okay.
it's not very, it's not a whole lot of distance, but that's basically where that was from last night. And yeah.
And so you kind of backed away because were they firing tear gas? What were they doing? Was it pepper spray? What were they firing into them to get them to desist?
So the thing that made me run is that something like a canister came from like right about there, and right about here where this gray car was, but instead of being over there, like more just like right about here, it went from there to there and ricocheted and almost hit me.
Okay.
Oh damn. Okay, so hold on. Like
Jason Mickelberg says that there's action at Maine and Los Angeles. I don't know. How far are you from there?
1 block.
Okay. I don't want to put you in harm's way, but that's what's going on now, apparently.
We're out here, Scott. So like, look, yeah. I'm just gonna follow the cars here for a second.
Huge presence. Huge police presence.
Yeah, something is moving. So as we approach, look, you'll see a lot of people that are kind of here. I'm gonna be quiet for a second, and when it's safe to talk, I'll talk again. But like, just okay, you got they're huffing balloons. It's not a good sign. Got a bunch of graffiti right here on oh, come on. Got some draft there. People smoking. Okay. So what I was trying to say is that pay attention as we get close, because look, that's one of them.
We're all pretty worried about you. Be safe. Yeah, if you have to just stop talking, that's perfectly fine. Yeah, she's not on the right side.
Wait for it.
Oh, and he's going to recognize you. And he just pointed at you. So that's the guy that you talked to yesterday. You don't need to answer.
Yes.
And his son-in-law created the graphics on the posters that they were with David Huerta that you saw around.
Correct.
And he said that he was friends with David Huerta, and so there's some, and he boarded up today. He was expecting, he told you to expect fireworks, and then today he boarded up his shop.
Yep. They're getting ready for something. Look, this is Antifa. This is actual Antifa. This is how they do it.
That doesn't look like a prayer group.
Hey, I just want to tell you that Jesus Christ is watching you, everything that you do, and you all should repent. You all should repent, because you know what? Yahweh is the creator of heaven and earth. He's the creator of heaven and earth. You're going to lose. If you don't go to jail, you're just going to go to hell. And I would just recommend that you would repent of all your sins and your trespasses, sir. You ain't fast enough, bitch. Ha
Luis, you're crazy.
I am,
Please,
but I've
please,
been doing
please.
I've been doing this for like too long. Okay, so look, here's another group. Yeah, I'll take a water, thank you.
Very kind.
I'm good. So I don't know what now. Got a shield. Got a fucking shield here. See that? This is always my experience, Scott. Like, it's like weird things like that that just lead to more. It's a dumpster type of shield. So what are we doing and why is it on this block? I would have thought that last night it would have been enough. Like, okay, so this is Little Tokyo right here. This is for all the viewers, very historic part of town. Just so much history. Yeah, I'm not gonna even go there, but like, so very well known place, world known around the world, known around the world, known around the world. This is where people from Japan, they come in to feel like, they're getting some Japan in America. You got a Shohei Otani, really big deal here for Los Angelinos, Dodgers fans. They boarded up. Here's another, you're gonna see another Otani store. But yeah, so this is Little Tokyo right now, and as you can see, there must be some sort of something getting prepared because got these guys with their press TV, they're getting in position. You got this guy over here with the shield. Like, let's just go talk to him. Hey, bro. Okay, so
See anything, bro?
no, I'm just wondering. So that shield, what does that protect you from? Like,
For bullets. Come on, man.
have you ever stopped anything with that yet?
To be honest, a good Samaritan gave it to me right now.
Okay.
Why are you asking?
I'm covering like as a journalist, and I haven't seen a shield like that yet. That one's new for me, so I'm trying to understand. Okay, like
I see motorists. I've seen like guys on like motorbikes. They have them strapped to their front. So he gave it to me. He flagged me down. Gave it to me.
What news outlet are this?
Obviously.
yeah, independent. I'm making a movie. It's called Reconciliation.
I like that.
Are you drunk?
No,
You're slang a little bit.
Huh?
You're slang your words a little bit.
I'm missing my two front teeth,
Yeah.
and my jaw got reconstructed because I got hit by a car. So it's really hard for me to talk.
Okay.
But anyhow, thanks. Have a good one.
You as well.
And actually, like I really don't talk like I used to. My mom was like, "You should have been a lawyer."
You're doing great, Luis.
So okay, so we're still on first. This is first now between over there is Los Angeles. I'm pretty sure this is San Pedro coming up over here. Oh no, Central. And for all the viewers, keep in mind we are past curfew right now. I am not willingly breaking the law, but I am out past curfew. So anybody and everybody, including me, that's out here, we're all illegal on stolen land. Ha ha! Sorry, I just had to. I couldn't help myself. The Little Tokyo subway is shut down right now. You there, Scott?
Yeah, I'm here. I just took myself off so that we could see the whole screen.
Okay, so these guys, I think they're about to do something. Don't know what, but let's see.
It looks like they're getting subdirection from somewhere. How far are you from, if anybody sees, if you're looking anywhere else and you see action somewhere else, how far are you from Maine and Los Angeles?
2 blocks.
Okay, so you're moving the opposite direction.
I am.
Okay.
And I was, but like, look, okay, so here's the thing. So you see these two guys right here, their press, their TV, and let me move forward a little bit.
Oh,
This is Black Block. Okay, so check it out. Black Block. Embedded journals. Black block. Hello, fellow black blockers. How do you do, fellow block blockers?
I gotta say that those journalists are I mean, they look not very genuine. I think that they're trying to look dorky.
So you see what the setup is that you got some black blockers and you got some journalists, and they're both very well delineated, and there's a reason for that. I don't know the reason. I just know that, look, I'm just gonna stand here. Or actually, I'm gonna move towards them. But like, look, these two, they're covering them, and they know some shit's about to go down. These guys, they're about to cause and effect, brother and sister. I don't. Hey,
You keep filming me, I'm gonna break your phone.
you're not gonna break anything. You're not gonna break anything. I guarantee you won't break anything. You won't. You won't.
Fuck yourself. Get out of here.
How did you suggest that I fuck myself? How do you suggest that I fuck myself?
With the thing, with the little tripod. Go fuck yourself. Get out.
How much you getting paid to be here? How do you get paid? Do you get paid in crypto or do you get paid in like regular dollars? Hey, look, let's cut the bullshit. I know y'all are getting paid. Who sent you here? Who pays you? Who pays you?
Hey, man.
Yeah, who pays you?
Russia.
Russia. Okay, so that means Ukraine.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that means Ukraine. Okay. It's a weird dynamic. Okay, so you know what?
Jason
Go ahead.
says big massive people at Maine and Los Angeles.
Okay. Let me
It's pretty
see.
empty here.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is. Let me let's cut off and start again. Or you know what? Let's not just cut off, but maybe switch to something for a few minutes and I will first and
Sure.
main, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's like literally like right here. So if you want to just switch to something while I get back into position and I'll give you
Maine and Los Angeles, not first and Maine. Maine and Los
Okay.
Angeles.
Okay, so okay, yeah, I'll find that really quickly. And yeah, if you want just
I've got another video that you sent me that I haven't shown yet. There's actually a couple that I want to show. So
great. Okay.
While you're walking, you might want to watch this one too. I don't know if this one's real or not. But David Harris, who I don't trust, posted it, and they said it was today that rioters were actually shooting at police. Hang on, I'm sorry.
Oh shit.
So I don't know if that's real or not. That may not have been today. So I just and today, with AI, it's so terrible. You don't know what is real and what's fake. So that very well could be fake, but I still want to show it. And I wanted you to see that, Luis, because if it escalates like that tonight, I think it's best if you just get out of there. All right, so now.
Starbucks is closed. That's when we got there, they closed the doors.
He's gonna open. That was for Mike's Galley. So he doesn't have the other boards. He has to have the other boards.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
I see that you're boarding up your windows today. Are you aware of any specific threats or anything like that as to why you would be doing this?
Yes. Last night there was agitators that were coming and tagging, breaking windows. I think it's just kids who are upset, and I understand, but they don't realize that they're destroying, property that belongs to, my parents are immigrants, and I agree 100% with all this, protesting, but protest. Don't damage, please. I beg you guys. I know you guys are young. Just don't. Please don't. Just do it in a different way.
Okay, so quick question, because I've been doing reporting and just analyzing the situation. I'm getting a lot of reports saying that. Sorry, can we step over here to that because they targeted an immigrant part of town, which would be Little Tokyo, that the public seems the support seems to have turned. Do you have any comment to that?
I mean, the support is for the protests. 100%. They shouldn't be targeting Latinos. They shouldn't be targeting. I mean, the Trump administration said that they were going to go after criminals. They're not going after criminals.
But was it the Trump administration that went there yesterday and declared war with the cops on Little Tokyo on the because there's all this graffiti that says "Kill Trump." So do you think it's Trump that is graffitiing "Kill Trump"?
No, I mean, I just think they're kids who are just who have a lot of anger and they just want to do damage. I mean, I don't think they mean anything. I just think they want to destroy the property. They think it's good. I mean,
are you alarmed when you see the words "Kill Trump," "Kill ICE," "Kill"? I mean, just kill anything.
I am alarmed by that, but I'm also alarmed by when Trump says the same thing, the same rhetoric. I mean, we're playing into his playbook. I mean, the thing is, he says a lot of things.
Can you mention a specific time that Trump has said "kill anybody"?
I mean, he wants to arrest Newsom. I can't say specifically.
Well, no,
but,
I mean,
but
kill and arrest are two different things.
Yeah, I mean,
because you said that he's feeding into Trump's rhetoric.
Yeah, so I can't be specific. I cannot be specific, but his rhetoric is to create chaos. His failures, he doesn't want anybody to see his failures, and so that's why he creates chaos by doing this. He knew he was going to incite a riot by him going into doing all this immigration. There's a way to do it, and there's But
are you saying that you think Trump sent Antifa here yesterday?
I don't know who he said. I can't say for sure who he said.
These people that were throwing Molotov cocktails at the these people that were wheeling dumpsters at the cops. Do you think that those were?
It's wrong.
Do you think those were Trump? But were those Trump supporters? Were those Trump supporters?
They're not Trump supporters. I mean, of course not. The Trump supporters were January 6th at the riots at the Capitol building. These are protesting, and then these are the agitators that come in and want to create chaos. But it's like, I don't know. I can't be specific.
I really hope look, God bless you and your business. I really hope this type of thing, it worries me when I see businesses having to board up their windows. Like Apple got hit yesterday, Adidas got hit yesterday, and it breaks my heart.
It's wrong. 100% it's wrong. Don't destroy property. There's a way to protest, and then there's creating chaos. Don't play into the rhetoric of the administration. Do not destroy property. That's what I say.
Wow. So sorry about that. That was the first time that I watched that as well, and completely agree with the comments about this is why this is I talk about psyops all the time. We've got psyops on the right, psyops on the left, and he's clearly a product of the psyops through the mainstream media. The left is, in a lot of ways, is a lot easier to reach, right? And especially in a city in these cities like Los Angeles. But imagine if every single thing wasn't a psyop, right? If people were actually who they say they were, what a world. Like Mike Lindell says, what a concept. That would be fantastic. That would really be fantastic. Hey Jeff, so glad to see you. No, say it isn't so. They are psyops, right? So let's check back in with.
Hey, what?
Missed him here. It looks like Luis is out. Luis, can you hear me? Okay, so he'll be back in a minute. I'm watching for him. and he's on his way to where I guess where the majority of the people are. If you have missed where we've been, he's had some interesting conversations with a couple other groups of very clearly Antifa direct confrontations, and he didn't back down. The highlight, I think, is when he went up to a group that were clearly getting ready to do something, and he called them to repent. All right, Luis, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, here we are.
Okay, hold on. I'm trying to. That's fine. I'm switching the cam back here to off of me. Ah, yeah, and that's fine. You can see my face. This is me post car accident. Come on, what's going on? You know, I'm gonna have to for some.
Okay, so we lost Luis. He will be back. So Luis went up to a group that was clearly plotting something, and he called them to repent, told them that Jesus is watching them, and that they're either going to go to jail or they're going to go to hell. And they clearly did not like that. But so definitely, if you're just joining us, it's worth going back about 15-20 minutes and checking that out. While it looks like, are you back? Luis,
I'm back.
you okay?
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
I'm okay.
All
Yeah,
right.
just
I want to make sure you're not on the ground. Like
no,
this is
I'm not.
public.
I'm not on the
Okay.
ground. No, I'm
Okay, good.
just doing a little refresh. Scott by May, my brother inside. Let me go. Let me go here now. So I'm just gonna smoke a quick bowl. As I get ready, if you can see right now, I'm right across the street where they're waving flags and they're staging. But yeah, I'm just taking a quick moment for myself. Yeah.
Okay. Um so and he is, I believe he's close to Jason says almost like a small bunch of CIA present there. And yeah, this is very clearly in every way this is an intelligence operation, and it's going in both directions. Just like at J6, it was there were everyone was a target of various intelligence operations, and it was on the right and on the left. And that gentleman that we just saw, this one right here, who Luis then ended up walking by him later, and he was standing out front of his shop, his bail bond shop, and he very clearly was a target by the media. I was there on January 6th, and I took a bus that went overnight from Michigan, and then came back overnight, and so we didn't have to stay in a hotel. And everybody else on the bus, I was the youngest. I was one of the youngest people on the bus, and everybody else, because it was during the week, were retired people. And so there was a bunch of people in their 50s, 60s, 70s even. And so we were all there during January 6th, and then during everything that was happening. And we get back on the bus, and for the most part the mood was pretty light because nobody saw any violence. I didn't see any. I saw and smelled clouds of faint smell of tear gas in the distance, but I didn't see any violence. And when we got on the bus and Fox News was playing, and it was a narrative that none of us saw, we were all just in complete shock. And I think that the same thing's going on. That's why this is so valuable, what we're doing here, because Luis is getting exactly what he's seeing on the ground. He's not sharing any sort of narrative. He's not showing or telling what anybody's telling him to show or tell. He's just showing what he sees. And so I think it's hugely
Here we go. We are going now into we're going into the I don't know what to call it, the fiery pit, the mouth of the lion. But yeah, because like look, so on this side here, I'm gonna straddle, well no, so on that side this is San Pedro. This is Los Angeles and second. Or excuse me, Los Angeles and first, where I'm pretty sure was what they had called the area that I should go to. So on one side of the street, you got like they're bunched up, and this is one thing that I always look for in protests is when people like bunch up. I mean, you'll see. Here's the cop, right? Here's the cops. You see, they got their line. They got their line. They got their formation as they should or would if they're fulfilling their duty, right? Got their line and they're ready in formation and all of that. The corollary is over here. And I guess like right now, this must be the skirmish. Another thing, if you're just walking around like me and you're just kind of like, look, something to look for is that you'll see this right here, the cops, see the protesters on the other side, and then very conveniently, you got the media all nice and set up. Very different from my roving camera, where I'm just walking around and I'm like doing stuff. And technology is amazing because like 3 years ago, it would just be all black. I'm doing this on my iPhone, and that's how good technology has come. That like the low light performance is such. But I digress. So you always see it's kind of like this, right? You got line of scrimmage here, line of scrimmage there, and then these guys right up on the line of scrimmage, and they're making it look like it's all intense. Did y'all bring gas masks?
Not today.
Not today. Why not? Are you not expecting it to get like last night?
Exactly.
Huh?
Yeah, I think it was.
Did you have a gas mask last night?
Nope.
Were you here last night? Tell me, for all the people that have never ever been to a mostly peaceful protest,
Yes.
what kind of advice can you give to the viewers at home?
You mean people who want to join a protest and
No, somebody that's never been to a mostly peaceful, fiery protest.
no, I would say if it's that, like what we've seen in the past few days here, mostly peaceful, and you feel connected to the cause, it's always good to make your voice heard and be part of it. Part of it.
Okay. Are there any causes that you feel connected to?
No, I mean, I do. Freedom of the press, for one, and that's why we're here doing our jobs.
We're out here, my boy. Nos vemos. Thank you. Okay. So there's that. Now we're gonna go over to
That was awesome.
thanks. I'm having the time of my life. This is what I was put on this earth to do. Let's go over here. Oh, look, we got a full moon. Check that out. Full moon. Okay. Oh, brochachos. Yo. Unas palabras a la gente que está viendo en su casa, en su cama. ¿Algún mensaje para los que están viendo? Mr. Camel, sir, do you have any messages for people that are at home watching?
People know what it is, then no good message. I can't speak well. I'm good though.
Well, when you say they know what it is, what is it?
I mean, what it is that, the cops should be joining us. The military should not be here. The National Guard should not be here. Karen Bass is squandering an opportunity to rehab her image. It's
Okay,
just reflex, man, but we gotta.
So here, let me play along with you for a second. If Karen Bass was in front of you right now and you had the whole police line behind you, what would you do?
Sorry, what's this? There behind me, she's in front of me.
If you had Karen Bass in front of you and all these police, you said you wanted the police to join you. So Karen Bass to the front of you, the police line to the back of you, what are you going to do?
What am I gonna do? I'm sorry, I don't really understand your scenario exactly.
I'm trying to, okay, so I understand. That's fine. Okay, hold on one second. Let's see what you got.
Hey, actually, TV's on. All right, so here's the thing about is I personally Well, here's the thing about it is, for once, Newsom was right in his action to sue the federal government over what's happened, because this is no in any sort of disregard a insurrection. It's not, like, literally. We're here peacefully. I was here last night in Second, and I believe it was on Second Street where the protests happened last night, and I was in the front. People were on their knees, and there was gospel music. Like, I didn't have recording. So the fact is that these shots, a couple of folks shot and fired. They were 2 streets away, and they
Yeah.
were, I mean, so they were.
So you were safe. You're good.
Yeah, we were fine. We were protesting in a peaceful manner, which is well within our First Amendment rights. And according to the 10th Amendment, sure, there could be it's actually not in but it's a piece of legislation which is called the Insurrection Act, right? In Title 10 of the Insurrection Act.
Why are you mentioning the Insurrection Act?
Because Title 10 of that act is it gives the president authority to federalize the National Guard, right? Here's the thing about it. That's the insurrection first. So Trump overstepped his bounds.
Do you think that's going to happen tonight?
Oh, I know for sure it's gonna happen tonight. There's gonna be 700 active Marines who are deployed out here already. In addition to 2,000 National Guard service members. So that's 2,700 people. And where's the crowd?
So you're saying that you're sure that Trump is going to
Yes.
do the insurrection act? Hold on. Can you please repeat your answer in the form of the question? Can you say if you do or if you don't? I believe or I don't believe that Trump is going to invoke the Insurrection Act, and why?
I believe that Trump is going to invoke it because he already sent the National Guard down on here. He already sent the Marines down on here. This is the first time in 60 years, since the 1960s, right? This is the first time since, and I believe it happened, I believe it happened down in Georgia, one of the southern states that didn't want to allow segregation, right? So the National Guard had to be ordered in. Okay, it hasn't been since that time, since the president, a sitting president, has ordered the National Guard in 60 years without the state governor asking for assistance.
Okay.
We don't need assistance here. Like there's no.
I would disagree, but you know what? I got to keep moving, my friend. Hey, God bless you. Be safe. Good night. Any last words for the people watching at home?
Yeah, you know what? Stay vigilant, know your rights, and rights apply to people who, regardless of documentation, regardless of legality, regardless of anything, people have fundamental rights, right? They affect all of us. And we need to know our rights, we need to understand our rights, we need to invoke our rights when it's necessary. And it's always necessary.
Yes,
So
sir.
we need to stay vigilant and remember it's not legitimate.
Be safe. See you.
Safe.
Okay. Sorry if that got a little bit long, but you know what? That was a really good example, Scott. Like why my heart breaks. Sincerely. Look, a lot of these people are so I think that person genuinely has a good heart. They want to do the right thing, and they get taken over by like a parasite spirit. And it's disgusting to me. Like I think that when you talk about Flynn Network, when you talk about psyops and things like that, that's exactly the type of person that gets brought into it. And it's tragic. It's tragic. That
Are you
person.
walking? I'm sorry, just real quick, Luis. Are you walking towards Maine or
No, I'm walking away, but hold on. It's because like look here is Black Bloc, how they approach. This is what I was talking about way yesterday. Check it out.
Yeah, they definitely had that spirit of up to no good, right?
You saw it, and you know what was the most ironic, amazing, whatever you want to call it? Did you see who was standing right there?
No.
the graphic designer's
Oh,
father-in-law.
that was right by. Oh wow, he's standing right there.
I'm telling you,
That's the same guy that we just saw here.
he's like out there. He's an overseer.
Yep,
I-
this guy right here.
That's when we got there, they closed the door.
Yep. And you just walked right by him.
That was Scott. Wow, that was amazing. And see, that's why sometimes, like, I know that got a little bit long-winded, and I mean, I was hearing him. For me, I could spend hours talking to that young man, and I would have done a proper gospel call at another juncture, just right now. But we literally saw a black block approaching. That's how it looked. I saw yesterday, and
Yep.
look, and I'm actually right here. Look, this is the corner. So this is where perfect timing. Okay, this is how it all like went down. It went sideways. We saw it earlier, right? Kind of line of scrimmage right here. They're throwing pepper balls, and everybody starts like coming back out this way. Everyone's coming back out this way, and then right as everybody's retreating, almost like at the right second or exact second, then you have a bunch of cars that are coming from over here, from like this way down, right? They come over here, and then eventually this street right here becomes from here to the end of this block, where I don't know if you can see the chop suey, but from the end of this block, this becomes like a whole staging ground. And I have some video that's coming up that was sent to me where like it just basically shows, right? Like cops on this side, and then you have people taking cover on these holes right here, like here. Check it out. Yeah, there's a whole story here.
Right. So they're taking cover behind those walls.
Behind this wall, like right here, yes.
Right.
Here. I don't remember if this one.
Rubber bullets.
Yep. So okay, so you see these
what
two
I'm-
cars. Really quick, these two cars right here. You see these two right here.
Yeah.
Yesterday, this was outdoor dining that Daikuya Annex they had built during COVID, and they literally like use it as cover. Torch it down, it's gone. It's all
Wow.
gone. There was this right here. This was one, and then over here, I got up early. I came to this part of town and videotaped where they were like the aftermath. Okay, see, look, these people are boarded up. Over here, equally, there was another outdoor kind of shack thing. I'm guessing it must have been either for Jin Cook. But yeah, like this right here was like a whole
Right.
thing, and that got torn down as well. It's gone. Oh, and
Yeah.
another one. Hold on. Three.
Okay, so Luis, there apparently police have started arrests, and I suspect it's over by Maine and Los Angeles.
Okay.
And
s-
what we're curious about is whether or not there's military there, because you still have not seen any military anywhere, really.
No military. Wait, hold on. I'll tell you how far I am. I'm sorry for the little
Sure.
sidecar there. And I'll walk over there if it's not too far. I'm on cross streets again, please.
Well, it was Maine, and it's closer to the federal building, so Maine and Los Angeles. And there's buses. Is that school buses of Jeff? Is that school buses of protesters or police or military? Yeah, so far nobody's seeing any military.
I'm 7 minutes away walking, so
Okay.
you want to bear with me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, headed that way right now. Hold on, I'm gonna check my phone's battery really quick.
Okay. So as he's getting situated there, I am going to try to pull up. And okay, so there is military guarding around federal offices, says Spilty, out around federal officers as they conduct their business. So, okay, so there are LAPD buses, and so they're loading them up with the people that they arrest. CNN's best for footage. I will go to CNN. Are they live? Okay, not seeing it. This is live, so I'll just keep this going for now. Looks like we got
We're
Louis
live.
Beck. All right.
Live. You hear me?
All right. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, good. We're narrowing in on the action here. The spirit is heavy. It is really heavy. Just for what that's worth.
Heavy
so-
with purpose or
No.
heavy with discouragement?
Dread. Hey, real quickly, can we privately take a quick moment of silence and pray that any hand that would rise up in terror would be met with a bad spirit of dread so they can't do it?
Yeah. You want me to pray?
Yes, please.
Father, thank you for just the opportunity that you've given us to intercede on behalf of the people in Los Angeles. We know that you are here with us right now, that you hear us, and we just ask you to, in the name of Jesus, to bring peace to that city, to Los Angeles in particular. Just bring peace. Any hand that, or any person that means evil, Lord, please just stop that. Just stop it. We know that you are sovereign and you can just cause it to just dissipate. And we ask you to do that, Lord. And please watch over Luis and protect him and protect all of the people that he interacts with. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Okay, here we go. So yeah, here we're right out here, and there's a big group. I don't want to come out from the front. I'm just gonna kind of shimmy on through the back.
Well, while you do that, I just want to take a moment to gloat. Jeff just mentioned Bill Spadia, and
Yeah, I'm actually just gonna cut it.
all right, I'm just
thought
gonna
about
gloat
just
for-
cutting across this little park. So I don't think I'm gonna do
I'm gonna
that.
mute you for just a second while you're figuring stuff out. Okay, so Bill Spadia is he was the Flynn candidate for, I think it was governor in New Jersey, and Trump, I think it was an Italian name, Chattarelli or something like that Trump endorsed, and Bill Spadia was acting like he had Trump's endorsement, and but Bill Spadia won, and Flynn's guy lost, and Ivan Raiklin was all over him. So okay.
You see? Yo, are you seeing this?
Yes, we are.
That was pretty scary.
Are you able to pull your mic out so that we can hear it?
Yeah. I'll try to get close.
We're not able to hear it.
They cut it. He cut it already.
Tú sabes que hay que
Y nos quedamos aquí.
He doesn't know what to say.
No que queda y nos quedamos aquí.
no te da miedo que te arresten porque ya te quedas más que no acaten esta presentación se van a arrestar. ¿Crees que era un arresto? Sí vale la pena. Ok, aquí tenemos el testimonio de una persona, de un muchacho que ciudadano estadounidense, pero sus padres son indocumentados y está violando el toque de queda, pero hasta que horas 15. A las 15.
Y de seguro es de Jalisco. Hold on, I'm here.
What's going on, my man?
How you doing? DJI, bro.
Chilling?
DJI for the win.
Yeah, indeed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How you feeling about the protest so far?
Well, I'm sad to see my city be destroyed and taken over this way. Sorry. I don't think that this is the way forward for change.
I agree.
How do you feel?
In the beginning, it was, sketch. Everything was like looking bad. But coming out here, I'm not gonna lie, this is what it's supposed to be about. Just peacefulness, no destruction, just people, voicing their opinion and just keeping it like that. Nobody's attacking the police. It's all beautiful out here. Honestly, in my eyes, this is a good protest going on over here.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
It's beautiful right now.
I feel bad it had to get to that point in the past, to where people were throwing flash bangs, fireworks, hurting people in the process. That's sad that had to come to that part. You know what I mean? Because it should never come to violence. But at the end of the day, people are gonna do what they feel like it's best to get their voice heard.
Yes, sir.
To the people up ahead.
Absolutely. Hey, well, thank you for being out here and covering this. Is history in the making.
Yeah, indeed. History in the making.
Louis.
Mal, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Okay, we're about to witness some crimes. It's wild. From one thing to the other.
You mean it's not all a peaceful protest, Luis?
Hold up. It's a whole. I don't know how else to describe it. It's like a whole vibe that you hear the helicopter. You got the cars over here. You got like just people all around you. Um, it's a whole 360-degree multi-layer experience. I don't know. And honestly, I wish nobody would have to experience this because it's just kind of really weird. I feel like I had ever since January the 6th, Scott. I felt like I was an enemy combatant in my own home country, and as weird as that would have sounded before, right now, going through and walking through and doing all of this is the perfect visual representation of that. At any moment, if any of these people even had a clue, I'm done like that. But it's fine because I don't look the part. Haha. The fire. Hermanito, a ver, dime, ¿qué estás haciendo?
Aquí, la zona 18, Guatemala. Aquí, la mera verga. Todos los que. Esto va para todos los que van en la cárcel. Aquí representamos los morros. Esto va, un mensaje para todos los morros.
We're not the enemy.
Okay, so obviously some sort of something just went down. I don't know. Whoa. Okay, we got something over there, and that's kind of
That guy was saying he's from Guatemala.
Huh?
That guy was saying he's from Guatemala.
I think so, or El Salvador. One of those. Yes, yes, absolutely. He was giving it up for all his people back home. He imagined, bro. He probably imagined that they're watching him on the TV right now.
Broadcasting internationally on Bigger Truth Media. So what were those? What do you think those bangs were that we just heard?
Okay, you know what? I don't know. Here's the thing. Oh man, I don't want to. So Scott, look, like the danger in all this, right, is that you hear things like that, and then like real shooting could start. I don't. This is not real shooting. Oh, here we go. Goodness. I'm just gonna walk by it. I'm gonna keep going. I'm not doing this shit. Oh, it's more than one. Son of a bitch.
So it's the dumpsters.
I'm just going home. Sorry, dude. Not doing this.
Yeah. So those people are actually gearing up for a kinetic conflict.
Oh shit. I'm not. Yeah.
Oh, we got a viewer in England, so we are international.
Okay, look, so check this out. You saw the two dumpsters. That dumpster is going closer, and I'm just still gonna keep going away because that was made yesterday. Like,
Oh,
there is some sort of munitions being
that was the guy that you got into a conflict with earlier.
yes, it was. Uh-huh. See, and that's how it works oftentimes. Shit. Okay, I'm just here. I'm running because everybody else is running too.
Are they running towards or away, do you think?
Oh wait. I'm just a little bit ahead of the game here, but everybody is running the way I'm running, and fuck. Hold on. I'll turn around. So the shooting, I don't know if you can, it's all behind me. It's like literally all behind me. And
And it's probably in response to those dumpsters.
it could be, but I'm just gonna keep going. Hey, I'll catch up with you in like 5:10. Bye.
All right. Okay, so we will stay live even as you're doing that, Luis. And but I'll just disconnect you. All right, so it looked like it was getting kinetic there, and it sounded like they were like the police were trying to neutralize that and nip it in the bud. I'm going to. So this is live, not in that same location, but not far from there. Luis was there earlier, and you can tell that there's not much going on where this is being broadcast right now. It wasn't even 5 minutes before that goofy podcaster guy was saying, "Oh, this is exactly what a peaceful protest is supposed to be like," right? Jason says it's getting very fluid now, and I think that is in a kinetic kind of way. I think that there was some physical conflict there, as there should have been. I mean, that's exactly what those people who were pushing those dumpsters, those were not just like regular dumpsters that they just found. If you've ever tried to push a dumpster, they don't have wheels that they can turn and maneuver and push that quickly. These were those were actual weapons of war that were designed for that purpose, and they were the same exact dumpsters that he filmed last night, that where they got behind him, they formed a line of these dumpsters, and then they pushed them towards the police line, and that's exactly what they were just about to do there. And and it sounded like the police were responding forcefully, as they should have. And then he also, and Luis, his camera's off right now, but he made some pretty strong enemies earlier in this stream, with a man that he saw right at the end. There was a black man with a woman with red hair, dyed red hair, and you may have seen that right towards the end before he cut off. And he had, if you're just joining us now, he had a conflict, Luis had, with those people, and that gentleman there told him to F himself with his tripod. So and he wasn't joking. So, and then he clearly recognized Luis. So and that was, he didn't really talk about it, but he did get into that kind of a situation last night as well. It's kind of his personality, and it's what makes him fun to watch. But at the same time, I think he's putting himself in danger, and so I'm praying for Luis, hoping that he is safe. I think he's getting to a safe location. He may be heading back to his hotel room, which actually overlooks some of this area. So so we'll see. I do want to wait until he comes back on. Where this live stream is right now is I'm guessing it's about a mile from where Luis just was. So it doesn't look to me, from anything that we've seen in this live stream, and if anybody watching on television, if you're seeing anything that contradicts this, it looks like the police are, it sounds like from what I'm hearing from you, that the police are actively arresting, that there are police buses to detain those who are arrested. And last night they arrested 150. And we will see. Looks like we've got Luis. Luis, are you good to go?
Yeah, I'm good.
All
You
right,
can do the face thing too.
all right, cool. You're back in your room, so you're safe.
World champions, baby. Sorry, it's just it helps. It helps blend in and like move with the crowd. People
Sure.
love their Dodgers here.
Right. Okay. And what you were saying earlier was that you do kind of blend in. You don't look like you're not in a MAGA hat. You don't look like you're you don't have the look that people expect of a conservative. So so you you were able to kind of blend in. And I think most people that you encountered, they just kind of assumed that you were one of them, right?
Yeah, or not. The person that you pointed out that I had made clear enemies with, and I mean yesterday, Scott, I can't. I was this close to being hit in the face with a projectile. I was made, and maybe I was made because of the live stream that I was doing. But I think people here are way more paranoid, suspecting that you would think. There's a lot of it's a lot of tension in the air, definitely.
So, was something actually thrown at you? What kind of projectile almost hit you last night? Can you hear me? Luis, can you hear me? Oh, we lost Luis. So he said that he was almost hit by a projectile. I don't know if that was from the Antifa people that he said had marked him, or if this was something that the police had fired and he almost got hit by that. But it looks like he is safe, and that's a very good thing. So I'm gonna wait just another minute, see if he comes back on. It may be that his devices ran out of juice. I'm gonna go through some comments here. So Jason says very, very large presence at First Street, and I think that's about. He was there earlier at some point in the stream. And yeah, Moody back by, you got to dodge out of there. Yep, he had his Dodgers hat, so he was ready to dodge. And yeah, the Antifa people are definitely trained. So, and the police are too. So the police have much more real and professional training, I think. It looks like Luis is coming back on here. Just waiting. Luis, are you good? Okay.
You
Can you hear
there,
me? Yes.
Scott?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can
Hold
hear
on.
you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I could hear you before too.
Okay, cool. Hold on. Let
All
me go back to. Okay. So
right.
yeah, I'm safe in my hotel room. Excuse me, safe in my hotel room right now. Just kind of getting a quick wind. Wanted to check back in. I'm gonna start charging my electronics here. I may or may not go back out there right now. What I can hear is that the helicopter is just like zooming, going around and around. I could hear a lot of yelling. Hold on, let me look out the window. I'm not gonna point the camera out the window, but let me just see if I'll give you a quick verbal description of what's going on.
Okay. Yeah, Rebel Valkyrie says trained to identify him as an outsider, and I think we saw that.
Okay, so
Yeah.
this street must be have a barricade so that you can't come down. Yeah, because it's like it's completely empty. The exact opposite of the photo and video that I had sent you from last night. There
Well, that's
must be,
good.
yeah. So it must be cut off on one end.
And this is where those outdoor seating that you showed us, that where that was burned and where people were hiding behind walls, and so there's a very real conflict there between protesters and police last night.
It's very real.
Yeah.
Very real. Yeah.
Those dumpsters that they're using, we were talking about while you were offline there. Those were very clearly engineered for that purpose. Those were not just dumpsters that they found on the side of the street, because you can't push a dumpster like that with that kind of ease the way that they were.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. No,
Yeah.
there's that if it was.
Oh, we lost you again. Jason says, I would almost bet the helicopters are flying with night vision and pointing out people of interest. And I think that's a good observation. I think that's probably true. I'm going to pull up. Wow. So we got police on horseback now, and they're definitely holding a line there. And this looks, so he was there earlier in this stream as well. And again, this is something that's going on here. Like Jeff says, I'm sure it's a battery issue. Something that's going on here with this, it's a feature of these protests is that it's all in a very small space. And I think that, that really indicates that this is a pretty small group of individuals that are running this, and you can see them. And just like that group that was walking, that he saw, that black bloc group, they were walking with purpose. Like they were going to war, and you could just see it. And they had a very clear purpose. And so, but that was a limited group. And I think that there were a lot of people that were just kind of looky-loos, that, curious onlookers. There are a lot of people that are genuine believers to an extent. They don't necessarily want to put themselves at harm's way, and they'll probably leave if it looks like that would happen. But I would venture to guess that there's less than a few hundred that are really the troublemakers here, just like at J6, right? And so this is a good question from Moody Magpie. Are these local cops or feds? So far, as far as I can tell, everything that we've seen is local cops. Some sheriffs and some LAPD. Probably mostly LAPD. And that's another thing, is that in all of the time that Luis has been there, he still has not seen any military. So supposedly there's 2,000 National Guard and plus 700 Marines, and he has not seen any. Some have seen, some viewers have seen on TV, they've seen military kind of protecting police, and which is probably a good role for them. There's no military air traffic that you're seeing on flight software. Well, that's interesting. So they're not actually flying in. I saw video of some military vehicles driving into LA, reportedly. I don't know if that was really true. It's interesting having the horses, especially in a riot kind of situation, because that seems like it could be potentially. I can't think of a lot of times where I've seen mounted police in a riot situation. Apparently on CNN footage, they're making lots of arrests and putting people on buses. Looks like we might have Luis back. Luis, can you hear me?
I am back. Okay, thank you.
All right, good.
Sorry.
Sure.
I just had to reassure my my lady that I'm good. Okay, so on the cops on horses, the last time that I saw them personally was in 2008 in St. Paul during the RNC. That was nuts. Actually, Scott, I have the distinction of I went to both Obama's inauguration and Trump's first inauguration, and I hit Obama's DNC that whole thing, and 2008 when they rioted really bad. Man, 2008, in the 2008 RNC, that shit was wild. That was when Antifa like really first hit the scene. And they were supposed to bomb like a bridge and they got busted, but this has been a long time coming for the country, but me being here on the ground, that was a really, and it's so funny early on. Um those were I went to the DNC and the RNC like basically back to back. I was on federal probation at the time. I can't even believe looking back that I was able to convince my probation officer to let me do all of that, but he did. He just let me go to the DNC, and then when I was at the DNC, I was just like, "Look, man, I was just marching with Rage Against the Machine, and we went to see Obama, and you got to let me go to St. Paul." And he was like, "Okay." And then like a few months later, like I talked him into letting me fly out to the that inauguration. That was a lot of life-changing things that have brought me to this point. Um, if I may just kind of riff on that for 30 seconds. Obama's inauguration, it was nuts. I remember the worldwide socialists back then were passing out flyers and pamphlets and about how all their stuff. It was kind of a festive occasion. I remember Trump's inauguration in 2016 when Antifa once again, they that was the first time I had ever heard of them. In 2008, I didn't know Black Bloc. None of it. I just remember people all dressed up in black, and I remember like Agent Provocateur, most likely cop, because of the boots, the haircut. Anyhow, so yeah, this has been a long time in the making that's gotten me to this point to be able to, I mean, I hope effectively kind of cover some of the stuff and you know, maneuver myself physically, like safely, be able to kind of like, not just be in the crowd, but almost even like see where the crowd's gonna go, right? Because it's really fast paced when you're there, bro. Like
Mm,
really, really. You saw that last part, right? Like when it started going down and I moved away, and then that dude that I
yep.
had already had beef with. Yeah, it's you have to be on firing all cylinders.
Yeah, it happened very fast.
Yes, sir.
Um, so there is. Let me bring this up. So, Spilty, is this the military air traffic? You sent me two, and I'm not sure if that's the one. And then this one I think this is LAPD and news helicopters right here. So there is no military air traffic over LA right now. So that's interesting.
Yeah, Scott. So look, I'm gonna say this again, and for what it's worth, you saw that video where I was talking to the police, right? Today.
Right. Hmm.
I still feel like it seems to be like a lot of pomp and circumstance, but not a lot of like really shut it down. Like right now, and look, I don't want to sound like a hypocrite. I was out there past curfew. I'm breaking the law, and I wasn't doing it like pridefully. I wasn't doing it like I don't have the proper credentials, and those are strikes against me. I should be
Hmm.
better at this. And I'm running. I'm just trying to get it. It was a last minute decision to even come out here. And
Hmm.
I had people praying that I didn't come out here. So you'll not everybody will forgive me a little bit. I don't mean to be hypocritical here, but we're reaching a big state of lawlessness, and it's
Possibly.
the cops could have shut this down though. Like the horse thing, like this now seems like kind of some kayfabe. Like last night too, like that Apple store didn't have to get looted, that Adidas store didn't have to get looted. Perhaps it will work in a greater sense. Maybe suburbia will like take notice, like, oh shit, Apple and Adidas, like um but yeah, there's no reason why they should not have closed it out last night, and I hope that it doesn't turn into, what time is it right now? Let me see. My time.
It's
Okay,
9:40 your time.
so 9:40 last night, it was like not even simmering. It was barely getting there. Um, I don't know what it's gonna look like here. Remember, like it was right about maybe I think we were live streaming for another hour, and it seemed like it was all dying down before it like hit peak.
Yeah, we stopped at about 9 last night, your time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And
Yep.
it was there wasn't nearly the police presence, and it seemed there probably was about the same level of protesters. And from what we saw, what you showed us here this evening, we didn't see a lot of protesters.
Okay.
I mean, as far as numbers, there weren't a lot. And I don't think you saw the kind of the
Okay.
epicenter of it, but
That's my block.
right.
Seems safe there. Oh, there were some people on the corner. Yeah, that okay. So last night you saw those people on the corner, right?
Right.
Let's see. It was literally like right about the same time frame that it looked like it was dying down, and then boom, they just came out of nowhere.
Mhm.
An hour or so, maybe hour and 10, 20 minutes, and we'll really see. But yeah, this kind of right around the same time and time frame that everything went sideways last night.
Right. Well, and I think it, Jason had an interesting point, which is that he said that LAPD are doing the pushing simply because they stated that they do not cooperate, excuse me, with the feds and illegal apprehension. And so I think that LAPD wants to put forward this image like, we got this, we don't need Trump's help. I think that that's kind of what's going on. That's my guess.
Yeah. No, yes. And last night, as I don't think we talked about this online, but offline, I was talking about this to you that in that little period of time where we got off the live, I went around and then all of a sudden it like blew up again. Um there was calls, I'm paraphrasing here, but something like, don't forget what we came here for. Ice out of LA. And it was just kind of like that same like chant that was nearly verbatim. Don't think I paraphrased, if anything, like two or three words there. Um and I have some of it on video. It's just that it lags between taking it off my phone onto the, because the live stream is one thing, but I'm also like doing a lot of cinematic filming that I'm trying to like just make it look really nice for movie stuff and a documentary. Sorry. Yeah. So it was between this time frame yesterday that um they started chanting that, don't forget why we came here, and it was like a switch went off. Felt like, I don't know, for lack of a better term, almost like bloodlust. So I hope that that's not the case right now. And I see on the smoke and scan, the streets seem to be empty.
Right. At least where they're at. Yeah, this which is it's encouraging, and it's still, I guess, early. It's it's late for me, and I'm gonna want to cut out here for fairly soon. But um, I yeah, we will see. I guess we'll find out tomorrow morning, and you will probably know more here later on tonight.
Yeah.
Whether there ends up being some real pushback. I think that the police, if they could end it by identifying the people who were pushing those dumpsters, for example, like they could just confiscate those dumpsters, because those are weapons that were lethal weapons that were used against police, and the people that were utilizing that, they should be charged with that.
I agree. And so so we caught it on the live, and I know it was like moving, so it was kind of like really fast. But got that, and I think that that might be enough. I'll do the work tomorrow. But I can probably get a frame or two from the video, still frame, and then use that, because they didn't, that's not where they started wielding it from. Um and that probably came from like a block or two away. So there might be some street cams that might have caught these people before they masked up, or I mean, even before they approached it. But yeah, that was pretty cool, huh? Like right as I was walking away, moved, and we caught that like on the live, those two dumpsters there.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank God that there was nothing in them, at least for what it seems like right now. But that's some real live reporting there on the ground.
I think that there's several moments from this live stream that are going to be worth going back and grabbing and putting out. You caught some good good interaction with Antifa, and with some of the protesters, and there were some very valuable moments. So you're getting a lot of thanks, a lot of appreciation, and from a lot of the viewers. Thank you so much, and
Thanks, everybody.
thank you all for joining. And to how can people follow you, Luis?
I have my main two accounts on X is at correspondent 3 R's, like like you were born in Mexico. Not really. Correspondent X 3 R's, correspondent X, or at the alias AALIAAS. That's my main or legacy account. I don't even know. Yeah, and if I may just address that for 10-15 seconds, because I get a lot of flack from people like the Perusia, who may or may not be
You mean
Thomas
Schoenberger.
Schoberger.
Right.
Right.
Tommy Bro.
I have socks only because early on my X experience, I was trying to warn the J6 community about infiltrators that I was just ostracized from a community, and I didn't want to just let people talk about me behind my back. So I made a sock, and then I made another sock to just keep getting access. But you'll never see or hear any of my socks contradict each other because it's a singular voice. It's just a matter of like, as a journalist, I take what I do very, very, very seriously. And censorship and ostracization is part of the deal. I know that, but I can't use that ultimately as an excuse to just let somebody tie my hands. So
Right. Well, and you needed it even just last week as you were confronting Thomas Schoenberger, and they hacked into your account and you lost your correspondent X account, so you had to use your other account. So yeah, so it's perfectly fine. And it's not like you've concealed your identity. You've been honest about who you are. So appreciate you. You're doing good work, and you were definitely in your element there tonight. It was a lot of fun doing this with you. I think that we all had fun watching, and there are several times that you brought us a lot of laughter, even in all of this insanity. So thank you.
oh, Scott, bro, you just warm my heart so much.
Yeah.
All I ever want to do is be one useful, but and that's just at the end of the day, I just want to be useful.
Mhm.
But if I can bring some laughter, because that's at the end of the day, you know what? A lot of us, all of us that have been in the trenches now for many years, or it's been a long 6 years since right before COVID there was the Walmart mass shooting. But I think that keeping sense of humor, that's a superpower in a environment that just wants to make you be fearful, have uncertainty and doubt. If you can laugh about it, you're winning.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, you did a great job of that. All of the live footage that we've been seeing, it looks like they are doing a good job of actually enforcing the curfew, and we're not seeing a lot of people on the streets at all. So that's all good news.
Yep.
So, and we will leave with that, and stay safe. If you do go back out, be very careful. and hopefully you're not even tempted to because things quiet down.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty tired, man. I'm getting old.
Me too. All right. Well, thank you so much, Luis. Thank you all for joining us. And until next time, take care.
Night.